Pelly, and Culture Confidential. Welcome to my whole foods plant-based kitchen in Solana Beach, California. Okay, so I'm really excited because I've gotten such great feedback from all of you who love the idea of going whole food plant-based for the year. So just a quick reminder, a whole food plant-based diet is based around the consumption of whole fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. Number 2, we don't eat highly processed, sugary, refined foods. That's a no-brainer. We usually don't do that here. And then number 3 is very, very limited. It doesn't exclude, but it greatly limits the consumption of any animal products, meat, dairy, or eggs. So you're going to want to subscribe to my channel because all year long and moving forward, we're going to have lots of great whole food plant-based diets, expert chefs in the area of whole food plant-based, and we'll have tips, frequently asked questions, success stories, key strategies, all kinds of good stuff to help you live your best life. All right, so let's talk snacks, right? Because we can't go through life without snacks, but we want them to be healthy and they've got to be fast. So this is a very easy one, and that's why I wanted to show it to you. This is a chia seed nut cracker. They are great to have on hand. They are hearty, they are dense, they're so easy to make, and I love having these with just a little bit of hummus and some sun-dried tomatoes. It's just when you're in the mood for something hearty and crunchy, these are easy to make. All right. Okay, so to start, I am heating my oven to 350 degrees. That's the whirring that you hear in the background, and I have lined a baking sheet with parchment paper and set it aside. All right. We're going to make the binder for the crackers. So I'm going to take half a cup of chia seeds. And chia seeds are super high in protein and fiber. That's why you want to have them, because they keep you full. They're good for you. And to this, I'm simply going to add 1 cup of water. Now, ladies, the recipe link for this is down below the video description. And it's on my blog along with a lot of other great recipes. Okay, so I'm going to give this a quick stir, the chia seeds and water, and then I'm going to set it aside and let it thicken, because that's going to be the binder for our cracker. All right, cracker. All right, so I'm going to set it aside, and I'm going to come back and give it a quick stir, because as you know, if you make chia seed pudding, it tends to coagulate really quickly, so you got to keep an eye on it. And then all I'm going to do is this. I have a bowl. I'm going to add half a cup of chopped pecans. You can add anything that you like. I'm doing pecans today. These are my dad's Louisiana pecans. You know, my dad is a Raging Cajun coon-ass, and he gets pecans from our family, who is all back in Louisiana still. Fresh pecans from Louisiana. You don't call them pecans. He said if you call them pecans, that means you're a Yankee. So you have to call them pecans. All right. And, okay, so I have to be honest with you. I made these the other day. They were cooling on the wire rack, and my husband came in and asked me if they were dog biscuits that I made. He asked me if I was making the dog biscuits, but they taste good, all right? So I have half a cup of pecans, and then I'm going to do half a cup of pumpkin seeds. Now again, anything that you like. Basically, though, the ratio is a cup of nuts in this recipe, and you can do whatever variation you like. So half a cup of pecans, half a cup of pumpkin seeds. This is how easy it is. We're going to do a 1/4 cup of ground flaxseed, and again, very high in protein and fiber, which is what you want. Keeps you fuller longer, and a lot of other key nutrients. 1/4 cup of flaxseed. I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. Again, nutritional yeast is what they use in a lot of different like macaroni and cheese, like vegan macaroni and cheese. When they make that, they're using the nutritional yeast to make it cheesy, because it has kind of a cheesy flavor to it. But it's very high in protein and fiber. Lots of fun. All right, so nutritional yeast and flaxseed, and then you're just going to flavor it on up. So I want to do a little bit of oregano today, so I'm going to do maybe a teaspoon of oregano, and just pinch it in between your hands before you put it in there, because it releases the oils. And I'm going to give my chia seeds, see, they're already actually gelling up quite a bit. You want to make sure and just give it another good stir. By the time you're finished putting everything together, the chia seeds should be about ready. And then you're just going to pour them in here and make a dough out of it. So give it a good stir. The oregano, I'm going to add some salt, because you want to make sure that it's seasoned. So probably about half a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon of salt. And some fresh pepper. All right, you can always use cayenne too. Now I like cayenne because I'm a spicy kind of gal, but my husband's English and they have a bland palate, and so he will think, oh, well, he might not like that. All right, well maybe I'll some more for me. All right, and then I'm just gonna mix these up. Give it a quick mix. Liz, if you've ever had Mary's Gone crackers, it's a cracker that they sell at the store. It's similar to that, except these are much hardier. They're really hardy, which is nice. Okay, and they make kind of like a nice little something if you want to serve guests when they come over. All right, and then we're just going to pour our chia seeds in. Okay, showtime, baby. I'm going to pour our chia seed mixture in here, and again, this is the binder. And we're just going to mix it all together. All right, it's time to get serious. Maybe I should have worn white. It's like the time that I wore a white sweater when I was making a marinara sauce. That wasn't a good idea. All right, so it's a little easier to use your hands. Grab our baking sheet, spread it out. That's it, you guys. I mean, come on, how easy is that? I mean, it's not like you're gonna run around every day making your own crackers, but if you've got an extra 20 minutes, it's worth it. All right, so we're just gonna spread this over. You know that I'm not a really fancy meat cook. My sister is one of those people who every time she cooks something, everything's like perfectly diced, symmetrical. It looks like professionally done, like she bought it someplace, and mine is kind of more rustic. Let's just say my cooking style is a little more rustic than hers. All right, so you're gonna press this out to about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, that looks about right. Then I'm just gonna stick it in the oven, let it bake for about 25 minutes. And this is what they look like. These are simple, delicious little crackers. I made a fresh hummus, and obviously you can buy the hummus. I was feeling extra energetic because normally I would buy my hummus, but I have to tell you that it kind of makes a difference because they're a lot more garlicky. They're good. I mean, honestly, they're healthy, they're chewy, and it's a nice little something to have around the house. Okay, for all things health, wellness, beauty, style, fitness, and healthy living, visit me on the blog, anyparkerconfidential.com. I'll see you on the blog.